turning demons into soldiers. People come to me all the time and say it quietly, almost shamefully, as if they are confessing a crime.
I have anxiety.
They talk about it like some invisible demon kicked down the door of their life and ruined everything.
Like anxiety arrived uninvited, took control, and now they are powerless victims waiting to be rescued.
When I hear that, I don't feel sympathy. I feel confusion. You don't have anxiety over anything that matters. You're anxious about nonsense. About social media. About what people think. About comfort.
About distractions that mean absolutely nothing.
You should keep the anxiety but redirect it. You should be anxious about the fact that you're broke.
Anxious that your bank account doesn't give you options.
Anxious that you're wasting years you'll never get back. Get anxious to the point where you can't sit still. Where you can't relax on the couch watching Netflix, spooning ice cream into your mouth because every second feels like theft. When anxiety starts screaming that you don't have $100 million, you might finally stand up and do something. Then they tell me I'm depressed. Good. That's perfect. Depression is the correct emotional response to living a life that doesn't match your potential. You won't be depressed standing on a yacht with the ocean stretching endlessly in front of you, millions in the bank, and a supercar waiting at the marina. You won't feel empty when your life is full. So depression isn't your enemy. It's a signal.
It's telling you that something is wrong.
And the solution isn't medication or talking in circles, it's changing reality. Get to work. Others say I have OCD. No, you don't. You have misplaced obsession.
You obsess over meaningless garbage, organizing collectibles, refreshing apps, repeating habits that lead nowhere.
Obsession is not weakness. Obsession built rockets and empires. Obsession puts men on the moon.
You should be obsessive about being on time.
Obsessive about training harder than everyone else. Obsessive about improving your body, your skills, your income. You don't need to get rid of these traits. You need to aim them properly. The man who sends rockets into space didn't do it by being calm and balanced. He did it by being obsessed. I've never denied my own demons. I said publicly that I have anxiety. How could I not? Governments have tried to destroy me. I've been dragged in and out of jail. Assets frozen. Betrayals. Threats. Chaos stacked on chaos. I wake up every morning with pressure in my chest.
But that pressure doesn't paralyze me.
It ignites me. Anxiety is the reason I'm awake at 6:15 a.m. already angry, already moving.
Anxiety forces me into action.
I didn't run from it, I grabbed it by the throat and forced it to serve me. My demons don't control me. They work for me. A world built for war. Most men today have dulled their swords. They have nothing sharp enough to threaten their demons with. They sit in quiet rooms telling strangers about their feelings, wondering why nothing changes. When anxiety arrives, they fold. When fear knocks, they hide. When depression settles in, they surrender.
When my demons show up, I draw my blade.
I tell them, you work for me now.
I have anxiety.
I have obsession. I have darkness. Every flaw I possess is part of my army. That's how I win. That's how I've conquered what was designed to break me. This world isn't gentle. It's not fair. It's not safe. It's a battlefield, constant conflict, endless competition. You don't defeat monsters with softness. Monsters fight monsters. Everything people say is wrong with me is exactly why I'm still standing. When I was trapped in Romania, you think I escaped because of luck? Because of fairness? Because the system suddenly decided to be kind? No, I didn't sleep.
I woke up 4 or 5 times a night.
And when sleep wouldn't come, I didn't cry. I didn't spiral. I got up. I trained. I studied law. I learned languages. I analyzed systems. I built new teams. I adapted strategies. I prepared for war physically, mentally, financially. While others would have collapsed, my demons kept me moving. That's how I survived. The lie of comfort they tell men to talk it out. To sit down and explain how something that happened decades ago made them feel. As if there's a time machine hidden in the therapist's office. Talking doesn't change reality. Action does. Sadness makes you wait. Anger makes you move. Anger, when controlled, is the most productive emotion a man can have. It's raw energy. Focused anger builds empires. Unfocused anger destroys lives. When you're poor, you should be angry. When you're weak, you should be angry. When you're left behind, you should be angry. Not at the world, at yourself. Anger forces accountability. Accountability creates progress. I've been told I need therapy. That something must be wrong with me. Funny thing is, the same people saying that are unknown, unrespected, and unsuccessful. Meanwhile, I walked out of a dungeon stronger than I went in. I faced hostile media and dismantled them in their own interviews. I lost nothing that mattered. I don't need therapy. I self-therapize with controlled rage. Anger makes me brave. Bravery lets me grab demons by the neck. Time is the enemy. Look around you. Look at where you live. Look at what you drive. Look at what you own and what you don't. If you're honest, anger will rise. Gov, you don't have much time. Youth is brief. Consciousness is fragile. Being rich at 60 isn't the same as being rich when your body is strong and your mind is sharp. I became a millionaire at 28 because I refused to tolerate weakness in myself. I wanted money the way a drowning man wants air. I understood something most people don't. Money equals freedom. Trying a little is the same as not trying at all. Missing days is quitting slowly. Saying I tried my best after skipping effort is lying to yourself. I've always tried fully. That's why I have what I chased and nothing I didn't. The game never stops. The world is competition. Whether you admit it or not. The job you want, other men want it. The money you want, other men want it. The life you want, other men want it. Once you accept that, everything becomes clear. Winning isn't about fairness. It's about performance. People argue with success instead of learning from it. They sit with millionaires and explain why their own way feels better. That's why they stay broke. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody will care about your life more than you must. Everything is a choice. Believing that gives you power. Denying it strips you of responsibility. Truth isn't what feels comforting. Truth is what makes you strong. I choose beliefs that make me dangerous, effective, and unstoppable. That's my definition of truth. I don't optimize for happiness. Happiness is temporary and weak. I optimize for winning. Stress is the cost of becoming somebody. Comfort is the price of being nobody. Most people are prepared to lose. That's why it's easy to win. All you have to do is care deeply, obsessively, relentlessly, and never stop moving. That is how demons become weapons. That is how men are made.